Hello everyone, welcome back. It's Melissa and today I am sharing another project. This is a layout 12 by 12 size documenting Christmas morning. And as you'll see here, I start by pulling from my product jar. And yeah, this is in fact my last Christmas layout for 2018. I have one more and it's New Year's Eve and I hope to start on that this week. So if you guys follow me on social media, you will know that I just recently got a new puppy. So I am a little busy. But anyway, this layout is inspired by this Laura Vegas layout that she made for Scrapbook.com for Halloween. And I love, I'm all about the grid and using multiple photos. So I am going to scrap lift that today. And in fact, I printed 5 photographs and they are 2 by 2 size. That's what size I cut them down to. And I'm starting off by using a red Stampin' Up! Pattern paper, and it's just a tone on tone, and I'm actually going to cut out the center because I love it, and I'm going to mount that on just some regular white 12 by 12 Michaels cardstock or Hobby Lobby, whatever, and that way I'll have all that other paper to play with. While I was doing this part of the project, I also cut a 9 3/4 by 9 3/4 inch square, and it's sitting there drying with some Heidi Swap Color Shine Gold Mist on it, and I will in fact show you that shortly. And so yeah, as you can see, I've got my Stampin' Up! Scallop border punch because I in fact cut some borders with some green cardstock from my stash, probably garden green from Stampin' Up! And just showing you there the punch. And so I'm just going to get this on here relatively as straight as I can get it. I do use my T-square ruler, quite a bit, just because with a grid layout, normally I scrapbook wonky with all the layers and all the crazy, but with a grid layout, for me, it's got to be pretty spot on for it to look right. So this is in fact the one time where I really use my ruler because I want it to be just right. So as you can see here, I moved along a little bit. I have all my 2 by 2 squares cut. I've got a stamp pulled, some more of that chipboard I'm trying to make my way through, a piece of flair, some stickers, a Project Life card that I cut down, some wood veneer, and some dies. And I'm in fact going to start. This is a Simon Says stamp die, and it says Merry Christmas, and I don't have it pulled out right here, but if you need to know what that is called, you can ask me in the comment section below and I will look it up. It's fairly new. And you saw I had those border stickers out as well. I cut a long 12 by, I want to say 2 1/4 piece of craft cardstock, and I am going to use that as a grounding element, and it's also going to hold my title when the time comes. And the title of this page is going to be Holiday Magic. I pulled from my stash some dies called Tangerine, which are old dies from a company that I don't think is any longer in business, but it was called Quick Cuts. Maybe Sizzix bought it, I'm not sure, but they are actually wafer thin dies, alphabet dies, and like I mentioned, they're called Tangerine. And so here I'm just using my ruler, and so I'm just lining everything up. And what I did remember, which I was happy about, is replacing the O. Sometimes I forget to replace some of the word alphabets in a title with elements. So here I'm showing you I just have a poinsettia die that I cut from my stash. I colored some vellum with a green alcohol marker and used my Stampin' Up! Sprig punch and cut some fun little leaves for my poinsettia. And that poinsettia is from Simon Says Stamp, I believe. It's just a couple layers. There's a wood veneer Christmas tree with a puffy sticker. This vellum sticker says Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas, and I used some crochet twine on the bottom just to anchor that sticker. And I know it's not easy to see, but I did emboss the navy piece of pattern paper. So hopefully I can show you that later. Right now I'm showing you that I pulled a stamp from Studio L2E, one of the planner stamps, and I'm going to use the check mark on that for my LE Studio cut apart And so here I'm just adding a piece of flare, and I always use a pop dot dimensional because I take the backings off of my flare so they're not so bulky in my book. And so here I do have a cut apart from Ellie Studio, and it says, Dear Santa, I've been naughty, nice this year. And so I used the check mark from the Studio L2E planner stamp to check both of those boxes. And so, yeah, and the Merry Christmas on the very bottom square where I have the poinsettia, that actually was cut with a gold cardstock from my stash, and I just wanted to make sure that I had gold evenly spaced throughout my page. I have a reindeer paperclip from Stampin' Up, and believe it or not, I don't know where I got that bow, but I found it in my stash, and I thought it was the perfect spot to use it. And as you can see, like most of my other layouts, this is just a hodgepodge of different things. You know, I do my best to try to make sure everything matches, but if it doesn't, if it's close, that's good enough for me. So this chipboard piece, just another element I'm getting out of that stash of chipboard that I have. Same with the title, I'll get 2 of those elements used on this page because the O for holiday is a wreath piece of chipboard. And yeah, doing a lot of measuring. On top of that present on the top square, I have this December day, which I will eventually stamp and emboss on vellum and cut it out. That is from my December Allie Edwards stamp kit. And so I was happy to get, that's my stamped element on the page, besides the check marks, of course. So I'm cutting down one of the border stickers that says, do not open till Christmas, all along the strip, and there's a little image of Santa there, and I'm liking the way that's looking. So like I mentioned before, this is in fact a scrap lift from Laura Vegas. Hers was a Halloween layout, but I just loved the elements. So now I'm going to go back and talk about that navy square that has the vellum sticker that says, have yourself a merry little Christmas. I used a wonky frame from My Favorite Things, and I just embossed it, but didn't cut it. So you can do that with the rubber embossing mats, just to give that square some texture. And I did the same with the crochet twine, just to give it a little added something. And so right here you see I'm looking for a label, which was one of my product polls, and I find one from Snap Simple Stories, and I'm going to cut it down, add it to that photo with just a heart from my stash. I keep a bunch of punched hearts, die cut hearts. Most of them are white, so I can color them whatever color I want, but the majority of them are red as well. So yeah, this layout came together really quick. Whenever I'm on a mission to get projects done, scrap lifting is the way to go. I either scrap lift from myself, from previous layouts, or from other people. And it's just a great jumping off point to help yourself, really knock out projects. So I do use a lot of phrase stickers. On the top there, I have Be Good for Goodness Sakes. Those are Tim Holtz stickers. I have the word love. You can see here I'm showing you that I stamped that this December day on vellum, and I ran it through my Xyron sticker maker. That's how I like to adhere vellum when I'm not stapling it. But yeah, so there's other word stickers on here, phrase stickers like festive and wish list. And I just think this layout came together so great. One of the things that was kind of throwing me for a loop, so to speak, was when I started adding the title. The spacing, it was almost like not white space, but it was like blocked space. And so in fact, you'll see, I don't show you the process fully, but you'll see that I use my craft knife, and I just found some gold ribbon from my stash, and I just ran it, kind of basket weaved it from the one side through the middle to the other side and wrapped it around. And that is exactly, to be honest, what I needed to get the title to give me all the feels. Let's just say that. I was not liking it, although, it was very similar to what was used in the scrap lift. For some reason, I don't know, it just wasn't coming together, and that gold ribbon that I add was the magic touch, literally. So I am really pleased with how this page came together. I am also would love for you to, if you like this video, to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. I have lots of videos that I post often, And follow me on my social media sites. I'll have those listed in the description box below if you're interested. I'm always posting there different things at Cut It Up Creations. So the top there, you see me adding just an element, a scrap of something. I also have a tab there that I cut from a tab punch. I also have another word phrase sticker. This is all from Holiday Talk from Tim Holtz Ideology. And just punch it out in blue or a navy, and to bring some more navy in. And also I'm going to add some gold staples onto the side of that border sticker. So I have navy in 3 places. You see me here showing you the ribbon, how I weaved it through the back, and I'm just going to secure it on the back with washi tape. So I in fact have navy in 3 spots: on the bottom under Merry Christmas, in the middle, and then on the top. And gold is scattered throughout. And I tried to keep it to those 3 colors: white, red, green, white obviously, of the craft, and the navy. And I am really pleased with how this turned out. Like I mentioned, that stamp is from the December Allie Edwards Stamp of the Month Club, and I just love it. And so I'm going to show you the close-ups here in a minute, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comment section below. And like I mentioned, I would love for you to subscribe to my channel. I've got some really big goals for 2019, and I would love to start it off by getting more subscribers to my channel. So yeah, I really appreciate you guys watching and giving me some great comments. You guys are super sweet. I've got a lot of great subscribers who just are very uplifting and constantly telling me how happy and pleased they are with my process videos. This is very new to me. As you can see, it's probably only my 22nd process video. I have hundreds of videos, but process videos are fairly new for me, and I'm loving it. It's not hard at all. I thought it'd be hard, but it's just more time consuming than anything else. And like I mentioned, if you follow me on social media, you'll have seen that I got myself a new little puppy. She's a Havanese, and yeah, we are so in love with her. We haven't had her quite a week yet, but she's just adorable. So there you go, guys. And yeah, I'll be back soon with another share. You guys have a great week. Thanks. Bye.